From the legendary Warner Fest Studios in a predominantly white neighborhood, Warner Fest presents Showtime with the Paulo.
Hey, Paulo, your life's a movie.
Yeah, Paulo, your life's a movie. How are you?
Yeah, hi, Paul.
Paulo, your life's a movie.
Hello, how are you?
What do you got for us this week, Paulo?
Oh, lots of crap, because this is crap month,
Well, here's what we need to do. We need to find out what's going to be nominated for the Oscar so everybody can see those films that missed them.
Yeah, because this week we've got new movies. There's Glory Road, you've got Last Holiday, you've got The Libertine, you got Tristan and Isolde, but you can still watch.
I still can't believe that we make films like Glory Road and people go out and see them.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's a cliche road. They're all cliche movies. The only thing that's good about Glory Road is it does tell the story of when the NCAA went black. So that's kind of an interesting.
Well, we talked about this yesterday. You cannot be shocked that 5 black guys win a basketball game. It's just, I don't see where the drama is there.
Well, historically when it took place, that was shocking. That was shocking. And then Pat Riley was on the team that had the big chance.
Well, here's something interesting too. Everybody's been attacking James Fry for faking a couple of things in his life, and I got this email yesterday. The climax of Glory Road, the all-black team wins by 1 point, right?
Yeah.
In reality, it was a blowout. It was like 8-10 points, and I guess that just wouldn't make good. A good movie, but that actually happened. There's a game that happened, and in movies, they never care. Somebody told me that Munich has made up some things just for themselves. And if you watch the Pearl Harbor movie, they change things just for themselves. Nobody gets upset about that. But James Fry faked something, and it's been on CNN for the last 3 weeks.
That story will not go away.
If you can't,
you were saying it was still on last night, huh, Fez?
Yeah, that Anderson Cooper 360, or as they like to call it, AC 360, just dominated. Still, that's supposed to be a roundup of the day's events, and the James Fry story just dominated.
Who was on there last night?
Gay Talese was on there.
All right, now what did Gay Talese have to say?
Gay Talese was very anti-James Fry.
Then I flip-flopped 100%, and I stand shoulder to shoulder with Gay Talese, who I consider one of the better-dressed authors of all time.
Yeah, he was on there in a tux last night.
You know why, Fez?
Why's that?
He was going to bed. That's how fancy this man is. He puts a tux on to lay down.
So it was Gay Talese and his wife, Nan Talese, who is the publisher of James Fry's book.
Now, Gay Talese kind of lives in my neighborhood. I see him on the streets all the time. He looks like $6 million at all times.
Well,
wearing a nice.
Wolf?
Tom Wolfe also lives in my neighborhood, but I never see him. I think he's a little too old to be walking around, but I always have an eye out for him. Tom Wolfe, his problem is it's all white suits. I can't, yes, I see that you're dressed up, but, who are you, Colonel Sanders? You can't wear white all the time.
I think it's seersucker.
So there's nothing to see this weekend, Paulo.
Well, I'm just saying, if you care about basketball, if you're into it, it's a cliche movie. It's supposed to be. You do get to see Pat. They want you to stay after the credits because Pat Riley talks after the credits. And
what's he say?
Bloopers?
He says,
keep an eye on Miami. We're going all the way, baby.
He says, I realized I was at a moment in history. That's,
Well, here's what's odd. He got beat by the first all-black team. He's never coached a white player. Pat Riley has never coached a white player his entire career.
I will say John Voight gives a nice performance with all the makeup, similar to his Howard Cosell performance in Alley, where he does Adolf Rupp and he puts on the big ears and the big nose. It's quite a performance. It's a glorified cameo, but for John Voight, I would say Oscar time definitely.
You know how sometimes you wait for the DVD? I'm going to wait until this thing's on TBS. That's how long it's going to take me to see this.
You'll have commercial interruptions.
All right, hold on. Scott wants to tell us something. Scott, you're on Run Fez.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you're talking about movies that had fake endings, remember that Titans was the same thing. In the movie, the final game came down to like the last seconds, but in actuality, the final game was a blowout for Denzel's team.
Right.
And I think they just get away with that by going on and saying, this is based on actual events, and now that's just coming to be, it's a lie.
Yeah, it's based on events hey, one of these things is true.
Yeah, and I think if Fry had put that in his book, based on true
Right.
events, then, when I first heard about that, I was mad. Then after a while, I just kind of thought, well, it's really kind of disappointing because I want to believe in the story. And same thing with Remember the Titans, that I really wanted to believe in that story. And then when I read about it, and it was just a blowout and all this.
Well, I went back and read that the real team and the real coach wasn't even Denzel. Denzel Washington never coached that team in real life, only in the movies. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ.
But I don't understand. If James Fry, if he can't lie about his own life, what can he lie? I mean,
there was one part where he said he had a 17-inch dick.
I understand.
And
I believed him.
For dramatic purposes,
Right.
that makes the story better.
Yeah.
And so, but anyway.
Yeah, anybody who writes for Penthouse Forum should be arrested then, if that's where we're going with this.
I know, but a lot of people don't believe the 17 dick story. But
What?
I'm just saying, a lot of people don't.
Apollo, you're supposed to be reviewing movies. Is there one movie to see this weekend?
There's Last Holiday with Queen Latifah and Gerard Depardieu.
That's two names that are ready to keep me away from any film.
Well, actually, if the movie had been about their relationship, that would have been something to see. And then you get LL Cool J in the middle of it, and it's
What is the weight limit on this movie? I think it's exceeded 2,000 pounds.
Exactly.
Well, don't throw LL in there with Fezzi. You know why? Ladies love Cool J.
Yeah, he's
ladies
bulked up.
love him.
He's bulked up.
Yes, he's ripped.
And, it's a Wayne Wang movie, and,
Oh, man, I used to love them back in the 80s. What a great band.
That's Wang Chung.
Live and die in L.A. Everybody have fun tonight. They were the best.
Yeah, this is just a horrible cliche movie. Then you got The Libertine with Johnny Depp, which a lot of people have hated because it's about, the 17th century and it's a lot of sex.
Is it any good?
It's, he plays a repulsive character, and I kind of liked it, actually.
Does he play a pirate again?
No, but it's, same time period. He's actually just a guy who likes to fuck a lot, that's all.
He hates the 20th century.
Johnny Depp's one of those guys that sometimes just wants to make movies to annoy you.
I think
This'll get him.
You think you're a fan? Try sitting through this.
It's called Chocolat.
Whoa, my friend. I'm a big fan of that one.
Another piece of crap, Tristan and Isolde, this is the story they never have told. I think the only time I've seen it on the screen before was being John Malkovich. They did it with puppets for a short period.
Is this one puppets?
No. Puppets.
I hope so.
And so, so that's what they did. They're just shoveling the crap out, and that's what you have right now. I mean, some of the things that are coming out now, The Matador, The New World, we haven't talked about those two's movie, and then, of course, the Golden Globes are coming up this Monday.
Is that right? They're already Monday night?
That's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're, it's the pre-way to the Oscars.
So do you want to? I don't even know if it is anymore. It seems like they're so far away from each other.
Well, I mean, really, the Golden Globes is just about seeing if the celebrities get drunk.
So do you want to do a wrap-up with us on Tuesday, and we'll go over the Golden Globes?
That's fine. I mean,
who won, who was disappointed. I don't even know who the front runner is this year. Do we have a movie front runner? Normally, it seems like there's some battle between the top two, but no one has any real heat.
It just seems that this is supposed to be the gay year, and yet there are no real gay winners this year. I mean, it's all straight people playing gay people. It's not like last year was Jamie Foxx, and he was going to be,
He wasn't really blind.
Yeah, but
so let's stop acting like he was.
Congratulations.
It's not like it was a white person playing a black person. I mean, it was a black person playing a black person. Here you got a lot of straight people playing gay people. You got Felicity Huffman as a transsexual. You've got.
But what we're trying to say is, have there been two movies that have moved up that it looks like it's going to be a shootout yet?
Well, I mean, the two sure things seem to be, Capote with Philip Seymour Hoffman. I mean, that seems like, he's got a very...
But I don't know if that's a real... I mean, the critics are picking that, but I don't know if that's that real Oscar kind of movie that, Hollywood gets behind and votes for.
I understand, but,
Well, Brokeback has 7 Golden Globe nominations. That's the most. Who's right behind them, Paulo?
I mean, that's the thing. This is the year that they're going gay. So I'm just saying it's a lot of straight people trying to get in on the gay thing. That's all.
Why can't you answer the fucking question?
I'm saying.
I know that you think that you have some angle that we're all going to enjoy today, but we haven't.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that Brokeback does seem to have a sure thing going, and so does Capote. Those are the two that seem a sure thing to me. I mean, as far as the ballots for the Golden Globes, that's a whole other thing, because that's, you know, you got the dramatic and you've got the comedy and the musical.
Right, so you can't even pay attention to them, you're saying.
Well, I mean, it's just, you know, the Golden Globes, you want to see if the people get drunk. That's the main thing. I mean, you know, that's what I'm thinking is that if I would.
Right, so you got nothing to discuss this week, Polo?
Well, I mean, if you've got crap movies,
right?
What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do when Queen Latifah puts this movie out?
Why wouldn't you come up with your favorite top 10 songs for movies all time?
Why wouldn't I do that?
What about the top 10 best scenes ever in a movie?
Why wouldn't I do? Because, you know, I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't know I was supposed to do that.
Yes, that's what you have to do. When you don't have movies to review, you got to come up with something for the show. Earl, what's your all-time favorite scene in a movie?
My all-time favorite scene in a movie?
Hold up. Shut up, Polo. I'm going to ask him.
The attack on the village in Apocalypse Now when they're playing Ride of the Valkyries and that whole sweeping scene.
Wrong. Fez, yours?
The ear-cutting scene in Reservoir Dogs.
Wrong. The best scene of all time? True Romance. And Where's Your Son? That's it. But you're an eggplant. That is the single greatest scene in the history of film. Do you agree, Polo?
I'm not going to argue with you.
Single greatest scene all time. True Romance. You're an eggplant.
That's the great. Your great grandfather was an eggplant.
Give me that I'll take that Chesterfield now.
And then now tell me, am I lying?
You see what we're saying, Polo? You can make something out of this.
I'm just saying that it's not.
You've said the term "I'm just saying" 90 times today.
I did not make these movies today. I mean, look, you know, the stupid brothers.
Hey, Chris, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, Paulo, your movie reviews suck.
That's true.
I am a reviewer.
First of all, sir, you're just attacking me. What do you have to say about what I said? I mean, do you have something?
Last week, you called Willie Nelson gay and saying that he was singing gay songs.
I said he supported the gays.
You said he was a gay and a big part of Brokeback Mountain.
I supported the gays.
Here's Jim. Jim, you're on Run of Fez.
What's up, buddies?
What do you got, Jim?
Yeah, I was just wanting to make the comment. They come out with the movie Hoosiers a while back, so they had to come out with a movie for the niggers when they come out with Glory Road.
Well, A, you don't need to be a racist. B, first, I'll give you this.
White people are so scared of black.
Think of it more as Earth 2 Hoosiers.
Now, first of all, that person obviously was a racist.
That's right.
And I can't approve of that. I mean, first of all, let's face it, you know, the black people are much better basketball players. And when is he
Well, that's racist to say that, Paulo.
Well, just because Jimmy the Greek said that or something,
yes,
he got in a lot of trouble. But I think we all understand. I mean,
Paulo, you're grasping at straws. You're grasping at straws. Steven, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you my favorite movie scene.
All time?
All time. It's Pulp Fiction, where Christopher Walken was explaining to young Bruce Willis where his pocket watch has been shoved up his dad's ass.
It's a great scene. You know, matter of fact, here we go. Like, we've had five of our favorite scenes ever, and four of them happen to be Quentin Tarantino's. Why is that, Polo?
Well, look, you know, people have gotten it. They've made it part of their lives. Now Quentin is part of their lives. I mean, I don't know what he has to do with this movie Hostel. I don't know why he's so involved with this movie Hostel. It has nothing to do with...
He produced it.
Yeah, but why is he so involved? He's been showing up on
He's a producer. He's promoting the movie. What's wrong with that?
But I can't see any Quentin Tarantino-ishness to the movie.
So what?
Well, I'm just, you know, I mean, we see a certain style and a certain writing with Quentin Tarantino.
Eric, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, man, I wanted to give you my favorite movie scene of all time.
Oh, go ahead.
American History X, when the nigger bites the curb.
Right, you're gonna get
White
this.
people are so scared.
And let me just say this. I apologize not only to black people, but white people today. That's how far I'm going with this. Here's Jersey B. You're on Run of Fez.
What's up, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Best movie scene of all time is not True Romance. It's not. It's any of those. It's when Phoebe Cates gets out of the pool in Fast Times at Ridgemount High.
Them slow bouncing titties?
Yeah, oh my God. You can't
Can't argue with that one.
If you're going to use slow motion in a film, have some bouncing titties. There's no doubt about it. So, Paulo, why can't you come up with anything like this? These guys are reviewing films, even on a bad week. They're making things happen.
Well, that's a good scene. I mean, Phoebe Cates, why can't she come back and do nude scenes? I don't understand.
Her son did a film this year, right? And he might even get a nomination. He was in Squid and Whale.
Oh yeah, but I mean, just saying, is that Kevin Kline's son as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's great. Yeah. I mean, but I still don't understand why she can't come back and do nudity. Why? Why?
She's happy being Mrs. Kline.
I know she's very happy with that, and she just gave up her whole career.
Here is Chris. You're on Fez.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say Quentin Tarantino had nothing to do with Hostel.
Well, he was the producer.
No, he presented it.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is true. He presented. So it's a film he wanted to throw his expertise behind. He's done this many times before, Paulo, where there's finished films and he wants people to see them and he puts his name on it.
Yeah, I mean, but we know that he has nothing to do with the Chinese film and then, some ancient thing from the 60s. But here he's going on Jimmy Kimmel and all these shows showing up on drugs, and he's with the guy. He's like,
what's wrong with giving a seal of approval?
Well, he's just too involved.
Fat Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Diluting his.
Hey, Ron Fez, what's up? Listen,
Yeah.
This guy Polo, what is he doing? All right, he has 1 week to come up with movie reviews, and he's been doing nothing.
I cannot defend him.
I am not making these movies. I have what?
You need to present something for the show at all times, Paulo.
First of all, it is up to the people.
You have a national audience now. You can't come in here, take a giant shit, and say, this is what I have for you.
I'm just saying. This is Hollywood puts out this stuff. I mean, couldn't be.
Ziggy, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, guys, love the show, man. Started listening to you guys back in TK 101 when you guys were in Florida.
What can I do for you?
Favorite movie you've seen, man? William Dafoe and Platoon, whenever he's getting shot up and the helicopters are all leaving.
Oh, boy.
The music, everything.
That music was unbelievable in that scene. How come you never bring that up, Paulo?
I'm not disparaging anything.
You and you stink.
What's going on there, Paul?
Nothing.
What did she yell at you for?
She's not yelling at me. You're playing back. I'm trying to pull my life together, and there's very little chance I'm going to pull it together because, I mean, it seems that you want to see everything fall apart. I mean, it's going to fall apart.
Why are you saying this?
It's not going to be on.
I don't want it to be about you. I want this to be about film.
All I have is you and you stink.
I'm just
Your
saying,
wife rips off Jimmy Norton. How's she doing, Paul?
When we're trying to pull her together. And I'm not optimistic.
Mika, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah,
I wanted to comment about a favorite movie scene from the movie Heat when Pacino and De Niro square off and they rob the bank with Val Kilmer and they have they fire team movement through the street and then they go in and rob the bank. Best scene ever.
Well, it's a hell of an action scene, isn't it, Paulo?
Yeah, I mean, there's the one scene they have them together in a restaurant. That's not very exciting. I mean, obviously the bank scenes are very exciting. The shootout was all very exciting. I mean, it was a nice movie. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if I can pick one scene, though.
You have to. Here's Eastside Dave.
Hey, buddies. My favorite scene was in Cider House Rules, where Michael Caine performs the abortion on Gail. Oh, a go-go!
Please. That's not even the best scene in that movie. The best scene in that movie is where Charlize Theron is lounging on the bed totally nude.
So your thing is just naked scenes. You really the only thing you like about film is naked scenes.
I do like naked.
And how they rate on your jerkometer.
I'm sorry, but is that so wrong? I don't understand. I thought. I mean.
Hey, James, you're on Run Fez.
Yeah, morning, guys. I missed Half Dead Fez.
Me too. He was great.
Paulo, I was wondering why you don't maybe take your wife to the movies with you and have her review on the other line with you. So
I would love. You know what? Great idea, Paulo.
Yeah, I can't. I cannot control her.
Is she in the Nut Hut?
I cannot control.
Where is she today?
She is actually working.
All I have is you and you stink.
Could you see if next week we could just have her review one film?
I would love it. But she refuses to go to the screenings. She doesn't like the crowds. She doesn't like lots of people, and she doesn't like to sit in the seats for long periods of time.
Every time she sees a crowd, they're slapping her in a straitjacket. No wonder.
Yeah, I mean, she's very difficult to take to a movie.
Bo, you're on Run It Fez.
Hey, got a question for Paulo. Just seen a movie, Layer Cake. It's pretty cool, but I hear nothing about it. I just wondered if Paulo thinks he's going to catch any kind of Oscar or Golden Globe nods.
No. But I did see a movie that I was going to talk about, actually, The Matador, with Pierce Brosnan and Greg Kinnear, which is a very good film as well.
Hey, Jason, you're on Run It Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Jason, go ahead.
Yeah, what about the scene in The Sixth Day when the helicopter is converted into the jet?
What do you think of that, Paulo?
Futurism. I always like things that are going to happen. You see, the problem is that I thought the future was going to be now, and it doesn't seem to have happened yet. I mean, all this fun stuff that we saw in the past. Here we are. It's 2006, and nothing futuristic about this society.
Why don't you start working on stuff?
There's no way a jetpack's going to lift you anyway, Polo.
Well, I understand, but, it doesn't seem like we're supporting the ideas like the time machines and things like that we should have in the future. The flying cars. We're on.
Here's Danny. You're on Run It Fez.
Hey, what's going on? The best movie scene ever is from a movie called You and Me and Everyone We Know, where the two 14-year-old girls have a blowjob contest. I have to go jerk off. Goodbye.
Thank you. Did you like that film, Polo? Is that going to be up for any Oscars?
Well, it's one of Fez's favorite. It was on his top 10 list.
Where did that finish for you, Fez?
I think it was like 7th.
And it won some awards at Sundance.
They got Weird Girl Director Award.
Yeah, sure. And I mean, it's a definitely unique, unusual thing. Exciting.
Hey, you're on with Paulo.
Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, best movie scene all time is from The Outlaw Josie Wells when he's in the trading post and the guy
grabs the axe handle. Yeah, that's a hell of a scene.
But, this does remind me. You say that I only like naked movies. I'm not saying that, but I did like the Deer Hunter scene where they're doing the Russian roulette in the Vietnam hut. Mao. That's a big scene with me.
The hell of a job you're doing there, Polo. Here's Quentin. You're on Run It Fez.
Yeah, Paul.
Yes.
This is Quentin Tarantino. Listen, I'll endorse whatever I want, you scabby need, sleeper leaping, meth smoking, cum sucking, goo goblin.
All right, you two.
Quentin, I have to say, you are showing up. Every time you show up on a freaking talk show, you're always drunk or on pills. What the hell's your problem?
Hey, listen, I got a movie I'm starting. I want your wife to star in it. It's called Blow Bang.
Wait a minute. Quentin, I don't know.
At least you made Quentin laugh. You got to be able to deliver out there if you're going to call in and play the Quentin Tarantino part.
I know, he doesn't sound like it.
Well, Paulo, this is useless to even attempt anymore.
Should
we not even bother next week?
I'm just saying, first of all, I mean, I'm trying to talk about a movie I did like. There's The New World is, I think, opening in New York and L.A. That's a big film.
That thing's still being re-edited. They just went and lopped another 15 minutes out of it because this Pocahontas remake stinks so bad.
It's long, and I saw the original version, actually, the long version. But
what did you think of it, Paulo?
Terrence Malick is a god to some people.
He's phenomenal. I can't imagine that this film it could be bad.
Well, I mean, Badlands, brilliant. And then he took 20 years off, and then he made the Thin Red Line, and now he's made The New World, and this does drag out.
Hey, Rob, you're on with Paulo.
Yeah, I miss Straight Fez.
Yeah.
My favorite movie scene is the original Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, where Mrs. Paulo tears the roof off looking for his ass.
Jesus.
I didn't know your wife worked, Paulo.
Well, this is actually a fairly new development, and it's kind of bizarre because I really did think my life was over. But it's kind of working out pretty good because she seems to go off there and have a good time.
Is this a pretend job where you got a disconnected phone in the garage that she's answering?
No. I mean, she's gotten involved with this shop, and
should we call her there?
No.
Just to check and see how she's doing?
I hope it's a butcher shop.
Can you understand that I really do think my life is going to be over very soon, and that, there's almost no hope.
Dave, you're on with Paulo.
Favorite scene in the movie, when Polo's wife climbs up to the top of the Empire State Building and gets shot down by biplanes.
Why everybody thinks she's such a bad person? I mean, she had a number of years there where she was pretty rough on me. But, I mean, the fact...
Lou, you're on with Polo.
Hey, favorite scene is from Godfather when Sonny beats the shit out of his brother-in-law for hitting his sister.
It's a hell of a scene, Polo. It's a hell of a scene.
A lot of great scenes of The Godfather.
Here's Bob. Bob, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, man, down north, I had a comment. You're absolutely right about the best scene of any movie of all time ever being the true romance scene between Christopher Walken and...
I don't know how that could even be up for debate. I don't see another scene being a light year close to that, Polo.
I understand. But
I know there was no tits in it, and that's what you rate a movie by.
I'm sorry. Is that, it does make a difference to me.
Ed, you're on with Polo.
Best scene in the movie, Legends of the Fall, when Brad Pitt comes riding on the horse with all those German scalps hanging off his neck.
That's to me, that was the original Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah,
if I look at Legends of the Fall, Brokeback Mountain 1. Hey, Jackass, you're on with Polo.
Yeah, the Smokey and the Bandit movie where Jerry Reed looks over at his dog and says, "Hold on to your ass, Fred."
Where are you calling from, Jackass?
Missouri.
Thanks for the stereotype. Yeah, anytime. Greatest scene of all time, and fucking Jerry Reed is going to be in it. That's what this country's coming to.
Those two don't go together in a sentence.
Billy, you're on Run of Fez.
Favorite scene? My favorite scene is in the movie Cowboys when John Wayne fights Bruce Dern.
Thank you very much.
Boy, they're going way back now.
Well, favorite scene would have to be McClintock when John Wayne knocks that guy down a mud hill. Hey, Benny, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, guys, what's going on? Love the show.
Yeah, it is good.
I know. Two scenes for you. Full Metal Jacket, the opening scene, the guy just ad-libbed all that stuff from what I heard, ripping on all the guys, the recruits.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one's American Psycho, brings Paul Owen up to the apartment, starts talking to him. He's got the papers laid out, puts the axe right in his face.
Thank you very much. So he's a violent guy calling. Steven, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, guys. My favorite scene is the scene where Paul Lowe forces his wife to have 2 abortions.
What a scene in the clinic that day.
Forced or conned?
I didn't try to involve people in this personal...
Why wouldn't you pick her up after the abortion? Why is she strap hanging on a subway all the way back to the BX?
First of all, I've had the discussion.
Just dripping on a 4 train.
That I was never planning on having children, and obviously I felt that she was incapable, and I was incapable of it, and it was a clear disagreement about this whole idea, and so.
Were you worried about retards?
No, I'm not so much worried about that. I mean, I
should have been
fucking one.
There are a lot of secrets in my life that you don't.
Has that ever come up? Can a retarded person have a regular baby?
Boy, that's a good question. I would guess not.
Because I always thought that retarded people came from retarded parents, but that's not true.
Sometimes it's usually just the really old parents.
Yeah, it's true. Late in life.
Yeah, that happens. But like a midget.
Well, not old dad. Let's face it.
Right. Yeah.
You don't have to be
true.
an old dad.
It's the old uterus that gets them.
So what were you saying about midgets?
I think midget parents have regular sized children.
Ugh.
I think it works that way.
How are they going to push them out? Were you worried about a midget, Polo?
No, it's that other thing where the kids, are like Dustin Hoffman and Rain Man. That's the thing that worries me. Where
they'd be a savant?
No, not a savant, but
the idiot part.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, that you got 100% chance of.
Well,
you told your wife she was going out for a pedicure. Next thing you know, her feet were up in stirrups.
That's becoming a lot more epidemic right now, and I think that's my problem. I mean, something along those lines. Look, I mean, I don't want my life. I swear to you guys, I don't know how I'm still alive right now. And I'm trying to find a miracle that will change my life and make it okay. And everybody, I think, is rooting.
Why don't you try Scientology?
First of all, because I don't want to give them any money.
I see.
All I have is you, and you stink.
All right, Paulo, we tried to make it work this week. We couldn't.
I understand. Sorry. I mean, it's Hollywood's fault, and I wanted to talk about the Matador.
Well, go ahead. Start talking about the Matador.
All right, the Matador.
I just let him go. Let's take a break. Ron and Fez show. Let's see how long we can make this go on. Your people were eggplants. Speaking of which, Fez, the Eggplant Queen's got a big show. I guess it's tonight at the Continental, 3rd Avenue, at St. Mark's in New York, in Manhattan. Have you ever been to the Continental, Earl?
Yes.
Nice club?
It's
a rock and roll place, right?
Definitely a rock and roll place. One of the last of the great rock and roll.
Old
places.
school New York, right?
Yeah, very old school.
You want to go down tonight? I guess it's tonight because Michael didn't write. But Eggplant's Queens, they're making the scene happen.
Yeah, it's a nice, hot, sweaty, cheap beer. It's a great place.
Cheap sweat, and you're on your way.
You must be with the promotions department, Earl.
I like to go down to St. Mark's Place anyway and stick out as the guy with no tattoos. That's my thing. I'm so different down there because I have no tattoos.
Hey, you, where's your piercings?
None. No tattoos, no piercings. Not one of them. Fez, you're going to end up covering yourself in tattoos, hopefully, right?
Oh, yeah, eventually. I was trying to think of what the next one should be. I know I definitely...
Brokeback. Why don't you get a Brokeback Mountain? You would be a fucking legend if you did that.
Just the logo.
I'm dragging ants around here, Fezzy, because the insomnia is back. The insomnia is back in a big, big way. And it's the worst thing that can happen.
Man, that is brutal when that happens.
Last night I stayed up. I made a list of everything that annoys me.
Did that help you? That didn't help at all.
It just made me furious.
It probably made you stay awake more.
Yeah. I even drew a picture of you. You know the...
Hope it's not at the top.
Earl, what should I take? Is there any new pill that's non-addictive? There's no such thing, right, as a non-addictive sleeping pill.
No, I think they're all addictive. What's that one where the butterfly comes and lands on you in the commercial?
That's called acid. That's LSD 25.
Listra or something like that.
Yeah, everything is very non-addictive now. I mean, well, it was very addictive, where you just can take
all
it.
the O&A guys, by the way, are just walking around. I just saw Than, Travis, just like, Jesus Christ, this is stupid. There's nothing to do. Everybody acts like, oh, man, I'd like to have a lot of time off. You get a little bit of time off, and you're like, I got to do something.
And their office is just spotless. They can't clean it any more than they have this week.
When's the open Anthony Cruise coming back from the Caribbean? Do we know?
It's scheduled to dock on Monday.
Can't wait. Can't wait for that. So we're off to see Eggplant Queens tonight. You down, Fez? I'll meet you at St. Mark's.
What I'll probably have to do is bring my parents. See what kind of Eggplant Queens.
That would actually be cool and show them a whole different side of New York that we never got out of the 70s punk scene, New York, of St. Mark's Place.
Yeah, I can guarantee you they've never been to St. Mark's Place.
You know, people get mad at old hippies, but no one ever get mad at the old punk thing and acts like, hey, come on, it's not 78 anymore.
For some reason, piercings and tattoos will just keep on going. That just spans generations.
I mean, just that specific 70s punk look with the big, hard mohawk. You know, Wonder Boy's gimmick, you know?
The giant spikes.
Yeah, it's basically the same exact thing as ever. It hasn't changed at all. Last time I saw those guys, we had that party in at that Greek restaurant in the Village.
Karavis?
Yeah. I'd love to do something like Karavis again. You know why? I haven't had that food since I've been back to New York.
I like that Karavis sauce. Whatever that is they're putting on the gyros and everything, that is the good
Gyros.
stuff. Gyros?
I just like to say the opposite. Whatever anyone says.
Gyro.
Just the opposite at all time. What's happening out there, Fezzy?
Well, congratulations to New...
Thank you. I really didn't expect to win, and yet I picked it up. I think I'm going home. I don't know if I can do this show anymore. Take care. Earl, you swing around. You be second mic.
Huh?
Exactly, Earl.
I've got to go get some sleep. Fez, it's been great.
They're moving on to Jersey.
I seriously loved it.
You taking off?
Yeah, why fake it? Why fake it anymore? Earl, I can't sleep. This, obviously, I'm not cut out for, but it was great. It was a hell of a ride.
I feel bad.
Hey, play some sad going away music for me.
Wait, hold on.
Earl, you have to play the music before he actually leaves, or else it doesn't work. Well, I hope you feel better, buddy.
Is he's really leaving, isn't he?
What? For what?
You got to start talking now, Fez.
I know. New Jersey, congratulations to them. They just got their brand new catchphrase. It's called "Come see for yourself." Come see for yourself, New Jersey. So I don't know exactly what they want you to come see at New Jersey, but you have to see it for yourself. It's kind of like seeing is believing. Earl, you like the new catchphrase? The new slogan?
I think it stinks. I think they should have something like, something a little bit more like Born to Run, or something that'll really make you want to go there. It's like, it's very underrated. It's very understated.
It's like almost daring people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you're kind of giving something away that it's a little bit not appealing and not very, you know what I mean? Something shady is attached to it.
All right, Ronnie's been brought back into the room.
We missed you, Ronnie.
We don't have an intern or a producer I can count on to go with a gimmick. What were you talking about, Fez?
I was talking about New Jersey and their brand new slogan that's been voted on.
Born to Run is what they finally came up with.
They should have. This is New Jersey. Come see for yourself.
Why isn't it come see, come say? And leave it at that.
So this was from a bunch of different votes on the phone lines and, of course, online where people could cast their ballots. Come see for yourself. It beat out New Jersey. Expect the unexpected.
I mean, come see for yourself is basically like saying, stop listening to the rumors. Forget the rumors.
It's New Jersey. Come see for yourself. We'll prove you wrong.
I can't do this, Fez. I got to go.
Are you going again?
It was a hell of a ride. It really was. It really was a great time.
Come back again.
Come back again would be nice for New Jersey. Come back again.
You lived through it the first time. Some of the other ones that didn't get chosen, expect the unexpected. New Jersey, love at first sight. It would have to be.
That's ripping off the old Virginia's for Lovers, which has been around forever and still works.
Yeah, that's still on the license plates.
And you can't prove it. There's no reason to say Virginia is for lovers. They don't have that romantic gimmick, and yet they've been able to pull this off.
Some of the other ones that didn't win, New Jersey, the best kept secret, which is just, it's downplaying yourself.
Hey, Jeremy, what do you got for us?
What's up, Ron and Stimpy? Listen, it's more specific than that. It's actually come to New Jersey and see for yourself what a shithole Newark really is.
See, that's the problem there. If you do that, come see for yourself, it's going to set that kind of stuff up.
Well, you're going to expect people to come and see things, and when they see what's really there, it's going to be a letdown for any tourist that comes through.
Sure it will.
It's New Jersey. Come see for yourself how bad it really smells.
See, that's a problem.
You won't believe it until you actually set foot in Jersey. You're daring people.
At New Jersey, come see how bad the traffic is.
It should be New Jersey, just come on our backs.
New Jersey, come see for yourself. Our former governor is really gay. Come see for yourself. We will prove it.
Come see for yourself, New Jersey.
It really puts the burden of proof on Jersey.
Come see for yourself. The Sopranos are real. Hey, Rob, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, buddy.
How about New Jersey, 10,000 schwoogies per square mile?
Ouch, come on.
Come see for yourself.
White people are so scared of black people.
Joe, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, guys. How you doing today?
Good.
How about just as long as you stay out of Camden?
Come see for yourself as long as you stay out of Camden.
You want this come see for yourself thing to work, don't you?
That's the part I was trying.
They're not onto it in there. I can tell.
It's like New Jersey, come see for yourself. We really still have jug handles.
The jug handle thing is going to eventually work and catch on all over the rest of the country. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez. Mike.
Yeah, New Jersey, you got to pay to leave. Out.
Come see for yourself. We will pump the gas for you.
Shannon, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, I miss Disenchanted Ron. I just want to say...
I miss Disenchanted Ron, too. And you know what?
Yeah.
I have lost my enchantment. It's gone.
You need some sort of new magic to get re-enchanted.
That's what I need. I need sleep.
I got New Jersey, not as dirty as you think.
Thank you.
Thank you.
New Jersey has a new slogan out after a phone-in and online campaign. The new slogan to lure tourists is New Jersey, come see for yourself.
Hey, Scott, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Welcome to New Jersey. Come see for yourself. We have no baseball or football teams.
Well, they got 2 football teams. You can't take that away from them.
Yeah, it's come see for yourself. The Giants and the Jets belong to us.
That's right.
Hey, Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah. How about Jersey, America's armpit?
That's original. Thank you very much.
And that is, you need to get Harry and Polo together to play Russian roulette.
Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Matt, go ahead, buddy.
Hey, Ron, hey, Fagala. New Jersey, where the weak are killed and eaten.
Where the weak are killed and eaten.
That
I didn't know. I didn't know that was a tourist attraction. New Jersey, come and see for yourself. Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston are that crazy.
Do they live in Jersey?
I think they've got houses in Jersey and Atlanta. At least she does. I don't know what Bobby Brown's name is on.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if Bobby actually owns anything.
I don't know if he's a property holder.
Harry, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing, boys?
Hey, buddy.
I miss Cool Infested Ron. He was cool.
What do you have, Harry?
I got New Jersey. Beautiful as it disappears in your mirrors.
Prettier on the way out. 866-RON-0-FEZ. That's 866-766-0339.
What's wrong with the Garden State? Why didn't that work out?
Apparently people just aren't into gardens that much anymore. Just not working for them.
Paul, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, miss Soundboard Pestonio.
Me too. He was great.
Yeah, come see for yourself. I got New Jersey. New Jersey, forget about it.
The New Jersey slogan is come see for yourself.
Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi. Yeah, I was supposed to start this with come see for yourself, but it won't work because your phone screen had told me that. Kiss her where it smells. Take her to Jersey.
Thank you very much. That's the old...
George Carl.
Yeah, that's the old joke. You know, Fezzy, Jersey, fine place. Fine place. They take a lot of heat. But it's a great place.
I'm sure the new slogan will work out for them, or they'll change it again in 2 months anyway.
When are we getting The Sopranos back, or does everyone not even care anymore? I don't know who's going to come back first. Is it going to be The Sopranos or O&A? I'm not sure who takes the longer hiatus. You know, O&A are going to have to do a thing when they get back like Lost, where when you were last with us, and just try to catch everybody up on it.
Get the creepy announcer voice to do the retrospect.
Yeah, who does that voice? That guy is great.
Yeah, I don't know who was doing that the other night.
Yeah.
But it was perfect for that show.
I would like to see him marry the Mysteria Lane woman, and both of them just running off together.
And just have well-spoken children. Sopranos comes back, I believe, March of this year. Mm-hmm. So we got to wait till March for that one. And I have no idea where they left off. I can't remember. I'm going to forget everyone's name. I know Tony.
Boy, yeah, that's a good point. I do not know where we are in that show anymore. No idea whatsoever.
I just remember Adriana got clipped. She got whacked.
Is that how it ended?
That was one of the... she got clipped. And
well, that was scary, too.
And remember, him and Johnny Sack were kind of having this Cold War, and you thought a war was going to break out. And they had this meeting, and then all of a sudden these guys show up. And, and everyone's.
I was under the bridge, right?
No, it was at his house in the snow, and it turns out Johnny Sack got arrested.
They were running down the street like little kids.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that. It may be difficult to jump back in. I think it's been gone for, what, a year and a half?
Yeah, but all you need is one good episode. And you're, woke up this morning.
And they had the whole, Tony's cousin, Steve Buscemi, came back. He got out of jail, and Tony...
thought he got whacked.
And he got whacked.
Oh, yeah, Tony whacked him out at the uncle's house.
Oh.
I watched a little bit of Dancing with the Stars last night. Master P, I don't understand why he won't put on dancing shoes.
Because he wears his Master P shoes. It's a commercial for his own shoe line. Master P is one of those guys that's involved in everything. But I love Black Frankenstein, and I think he's going to do well. And I don't know whether the hip-hop stations or somebody are promoting him, but he was by far the worst dancer last week, and he finished like 4th. So somebody's voting for him just out of let's keep this nightmare alive.
Yeah, I don't understand because he's not even dancing. He's just clopping through there. He's walking his way heavy-footed through the whole dance.
Black Frankenstein, nothing like him.
And that Tia Carrere, her next reality stop is Celebrity Fit Club.
Well, she just had a baby.
Oh, okay.
So she's like 2 months, she's got a 2-month-old infant or something. She said that the first time. So that's all baby fat.
On Celebrity Fit Club, a casting update, Jeff Conaway from Taxi, who was causing all the trouble on there, he is now off of the show. He's entering rehab.
How many shows have they run?
I think it's only been like 2.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
So by the second show, he's in rehab.
So he's in rehab, and he has been replaced on Celebrity Fit Club with Gunnar Nelson from the duet Nelson, the Nelson twins.
How heavy is Gunnar?
Gunnar, he's not quite 200 pounds yet. He doesn't look as bad as some of the other ones in there, because they got Bruce Valanche and they got Chastity Bono. Some that are just, tipping the 300-pound mark. So he's been brought in as an alternate.
I haven't seen the show.
Every year they try to get someone who has some sort of substance abuse problem.
Well, I don't think you can help it. If you're going to grab 8 celebrities, one of them at least belongs in rehab.
But they got the little girl from Cosby. She's on there. And, yeah, it's another messy season for Celebrity Fit Club. The story today was Brad Pitt did not notify Jennifer Aniston about Angelina Jolie's pregnancy.
Oh, didn't give her the heads up. She had to get it in the paper like the rest of us.
She's finding out on by Google News.
All right, what do you think of that one, Fez? Should he have called her?
I don't think so. I mean, eventually there has to be a point where, okay, we know Jennifer Aniston is his ex-wife.
Yeah, I mean, I could see if they had kids together before, but if you don't owe her a phone call every time there's some kind of news in your life. You guys got divorced so you could have separate lives.
So it's very bizarre that Jennifer Aniston, I don't know if she...
Did she expect one, or is now the trades are just running with it, or the rags?
The rags are definitely running with it, and the word is that she was crushed to find out.
She's probably been crushed under Vince Vaughn.
And then, yeah, there's rumors that she's pregnant with Vince Vaughn's baby.
That's the way to get back at him. So you're not the only one who can have a baby. I'm going to have a baby, too, with the Wedding Crashers guy.
So we'll see if that rumor turns out. But you're the ex-wife. It doesn't, I've never seen an ex really hang on like this before, just news-wise, where they're still saying, well, what's Jennifer going to say about this? Or what's Jennifer going to do?
Right.
I mean, you don't even see that with Nick and Jessica really right now.
I don't know what to say to you. I don't really keep up with that kind of news, but, again, there's got to be some reason people march on.
There's a guy who's got a lawsuit against 2 other guys from an internet chat room on AOL.
I saw this story. He said he got beat up so bad in the chat room, picked on these guys so bad that he's actually suing them.
Yeah, he said this is his quote, the severe emotional distress and physical injury that is of a nature that no reasonable man could be expected to endure it.
Now, I haven't been on a chat room since AOL started. Like when you first got on AOL, when you first got your computer, you went to chat rooms. And they would annoy the hell out of me. I got to agree with that. Because I remember going like this. Look, Tidbit 617, I will fucking hop on a plane, fly to Kansas, and beat the shit out of you. I will disembowel you. Stop it. I'm not gay. Stop calling me that.
So this was in the AOL chat room, romance/older guys. And I guess these two other guys were just razzing them. The two guys that are getting sued, along with AOL, who's also been named as a
But
defendant.
if you ever went into a chat room, everybody's beating up on one person.
Yeah, and they're like, that's what a chat room is. They go, it's a chat room. These guys were shocked to find out they're being served with papers.
Yeah, good. Fuck them. Fuck Tidbit 167 and Punchy 617. They're both going down.
So the guy that's doing the suing, he's in Ohio. I think the other guy, one guy is in Alabama, the other one's in Oregon. And they're like, one guy's being accused of actually driving to Ohio. So the guy's got the guy's suing.
Well, it's one of those chat rooms that the people go to the same one every day, and you start to know people after a while, right?
Right. Yeah. The guy suing is I think the moderator for this chat room.
Oh, the moderator is suing other people?
So he was like in charge of this chat room. I don't know if moderator's the right name.
Yeah, that would be.
Okay.
But so AOL would have to give him that ability, right?
Yeah, and I guess they're the two guys that are getting sued are saying they think we tried to unseat his authority, and that's what he's mad about. That's why he's suing us now.
See, a lot of times in the old days, and I don't know if it happens anymore, when I first got AOL, they would actually kick you offline for saying stuff. And then one time, I think I got my account shut down.
Really? That far?
Yeah, I was like, fuck you, and, I had no idea at the beginning of it.
The terms of service.
Yeah, it meant nothing to me. What did I care? And then when they turned it off, I had to come back and say, hey, my nephew was on fucking line.
That would get thrown out
Sorry,
a lot.
this guy's an idiot. I'm not going to let him use the AOL anymore.
Check your terms of service. So, and the guy's getting sued. They're saying, hey, this guy gave as good as he got. Even better in this chat room.
It's a chat room. No one's real anyway. You're making up names. Hey, Art, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. How you doing? Well, you guys were asking about who did that narration for that episode that kind of like tied up all of the loose ends so far.
Lost episodes, yeah.
Right. That's Peter Coyote, who is right now on a TV show called Commander-in-Chief. He was also the guy Keys in the E.T. movie. He was the other adult.
Yeah, he's a good actor, but he's like one of those guys like his face more than his name.
Not only that, but his voice, believe it or not, he gets hired to do all these voice narrations because he sounds like Henry Fonda. Believe it or not, that's the thing. Everybody says, you sound like Henry Fonda. And so he does all these narrations. He does commercials. He even did something called The West, which is a PBS miniseries.
Right.
And he sounded like Henry Fonda because, well, Henry Fonda did a bunch of Westerns, or at least in his young career.
Now, the voiceover work is big. There's also a thing of the audio books where you actually read an entire book.
Yeah, you know what? My friend...
And a lot of stars do it, like Sean Penn did Dylan's book, which I haven't heard, but it's just got to be bizarre.
And Brad Pitt did one book called All the Pretty Horses, which was made into a movie, and a friend of mine who is a fan of Brad Pitt bought that audio book just because Brad Pitt read the book. Okay? Go figure.
Yeah, that would be a collectible, I guess. If you're a fan of that person, why wouldn't you want to hear that?
Plus, they make a ton of money. Let's face it, it's like $5,000 just to read a paragraph for some big actor. But for a non-actor, that's like maybe a good, paycheck for like, 2-3 months maybe?
Yeah, it's got to take a while to sit there and read a book.
The guy who does the Harry Potter books is a British guy. He lives here on the Upper East Side. I can't think of his name right now.
No,
he kind of acts out all the characters.
He kind of like let the cat out of the bag. He says that J.K. Rowling is going to kill off Harry Potter in the last book.
I hope so. I hope
so too.
just
Why
to
not?
end it. I mean, it needs to be dead. It needs to finally end. And I would just say to myself, I made $1.5 billion. That's plenty. Because if not, I know she says it's not going to go on, but they'll sell the movie rights, and it'll be 25-year-old wizard Harry Potter, and on and on. It'll just be like the James Bond nightmare that won't go away.
I know before he died, they paid a ton of money for Gregory Peck, I think, to read the Bible, or the New Testament or something.
Write the Bible. He actually wrote the Bible. That's how old he is.
The Bible, that's got to be a year's worth of work, trying to read through that.
Thou shall commit adultery. Gregory, can we take that over? It shall not. What did I say? You said shall. And that's a really important one. I don't want any improv on the Bible.
Okay, let's just pick up with adultery tomorrow.
Hey, Paul. Paul, you're on Run of Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Paul.
Hey, how's it going, boys?
on the whole chat room thing, there's a bill being passed through Congress right now, and there's a thing tacked on as a rider where if you're considered annoying posting on the internet, you can be thrown in prison for it.
Now, define what annoying is.
Exactly. That's what everybody's saying. Well, who says what's annoying, you know? So if someone says, well, he's annoying me, according to this bill that Bush just signed, you could be thrown in prison because someone said you're annoying. Of course, there'd be a criminal investigation or something.
That's for anyone that posts anything about him.
If you are not allowed to attack people online anymore, if that death metal Mo will end up doing 4 life sentences back to back, they won't let him out.
Yeah, but how would it constitute annoying? I mean, you could be joking online with your friends.
Well, you know, I mean, but see, here's the thing. Let's suppose, because has it ever came up where if someone posts something about you that's not true and all that kind of stuff? Because there's just so many blogs now, and the blogs aren't under any of the restrictions that the newspapers are. Have you ever heard of anybody being sued for writing something in a blog?
Never.
Yeah.
I've never heard of any sort of libel or slander thing.
Well, I heard this. By the year 2010, there's going to be 1 billion blogs in the world. That's how many people are blogging now. That's how many people are putting their online journals out there and letting everybody read them, their opinions.
We'll find out what everybody's having for lunch and how they're doing on their diets.
Well, I'd have to read it. So I'm not at that point.
So I don't know how this chat room razzing case is going to hold up in court. I can't imagine that it'll make it that far.
Denny, you're on Ron Fez.
Ronnie Fez, 27061.
Way to go old school for us, brother.
Hey, I want to know, where does AOL stand with the privacy issue here? I mean, if I tell a guy to go fuck himself on the internet, now I can get sued. Where's the privacy here? If I got that stupid screen name, it's because I don't want everybody to know my first and last name.
Right. It's a good point, but I guess that they have to turn it over. If the police or the FBI or whatever asks who is that person, they have to tell them.
Yeah, that's great. I'm a cop in Connecticut, and you don't know. If we got problems with freaking people, we got to go through paperwork, subpoenas, everything. I can't just believe this guy to sue somebody is going to get all this information from AOL. I don't know if we're missing anything from the story here.
But, people have also been busted for that they're talking to an adult that they think is a child and they've been inappropriate with them. That people can be arrested for now, right?
Yeah, they
Absolutely,
could.
Ronnie.
Yeah,
Well,
there doesn't even have to be a real child involved.
Right.
You're right.
Exactly.
Right. You got to know all the things that go involved with that. You got investigation. You got to follow the guy around. You got to know where he lives. You got to get subpoenas from AOL for that stuff all the time. But if you're fucking beating a guy up verbally on the internet, and now all of a sudden you're getting a letter in the mail saying you're getting sued for $1 million for calling a guy a dickhead. I mean, that's crazy.
It is insane. It does seem crazy, and you're right that you have got to act like the fact that you're not Tidbit. You know what I mean? Like, that is made up, that this person is attacking your screen name, not you personally, because there's no way he should know you. How should he know who you are unless you gave that information away?
Yeah. In this case, they probably have, because I think it's some sort of dating chat room.
Right.
And they've all, they've hooked up with older women in this chat room and stuff, actually gone on dates.
I mean, if this is it, every time I sign on Ron and Fez at AOL and I hear something like, you guys suck, that's it. You'll hear from my lawyer, my friend.
That's a nutty letter waiting in the mailbox.
Gig, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, the law is basically just the old harassing phone call law that they've expanded to cover email and chat rooms and blogs.
All right, how does that one work out? Because you're not allowed to just keep calling somebody over and over, right, and threaten.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But, if I called Fez up every night and said, Fez, you sound like Stimpy every night,
but see,
sooner or later...
See, that's different because you would know who he was. But if his screen name happens to be Godzilla 69, well, then you're not really attacking Fez. You're attacking Godzilla 69.
But what about if it's not Godzilla? What if it's Fez at AOL.com or Fez at RonnieFez.com?
Right.
You know who Fez is.
Yeah, but see, in this case, it's a chat room where people all come together with anonymous names. I don't see how you can take that personally. That's like saying someone attacked a character that you played. That's like if I start saying something about, somebody's work. It seems like it's almost fallen under criticism more than anything else. I can understand that if some guy is harassing someone, that they've found a woman on the internet and they're trying to find out who she is and she keeps getting emails, blah, blah, blah. But when you're in a chat room and you're calling each other jagoff, if that's now a fucking crime, I don't know where we are.
And that's basically, I think, where this is. I don't think there was anything to this story about threatening this guy in Ohio. We're going to come and find you and kill you.
Here's Jason. You're on Run of Fez.
Hey, guys, I got a new concept that's sweeping the nation. You've heard of blogs and you've heard of audiobooks. Audio blogs. I have celebrities recording each paragraph for me. Brad Pitt's actually charging $2,500 a paragraph and is recording things that I type in my blog and recording it, and I get to post it online.
Well, you know what's really weird? We have a lot of famous blogs out there now, too.
Rosie O'Donnell, one of the big ones. That's always being checked to see if she's saying something about some cause or something else.
And then the newspapers will just pick it up?
Yeah, then it just gets quoted like any other source.
Right.
I know Bowie was one of the first guys to put stuff online as far as blogs. And
here's where my future shows are. I don't care what anyone says. I like grape soda. Because that's all it is. It's just a bunch of thoughts thrown together like that. I don't know whether you've seen it yet, but the new 24 is amazing.
No, the worst one was the Fred Durst blog. He would just like, it's 2:30 a.m. and I'm a little drunk and I'm staring out at the lights of L.A. and they look like diamond. I'm like, babble.
Moby does one of those too, where it's just like he'll say where he is. It'll be like Pakistan. Food here's crazy, but I miss New York. Just it's not really keeping us updated. I'm going to go see the Eggplant Queens tonight at the Continental. They don't come on until midnight, so if you're coming down, come late.
It's got to be nice when a celebrity starts typing all drunked up, just thinking they're being poetic and just sending out a message to the world.
I'm ready to fuck one of my fans.
And then the next blog entry is, please disregard last night's post. I was a little intoxicated.
Yeah, right.
And didn't know what I was saying.
Sorry, I put a picture of my ass on there. It was out of my mind.
When the story breaks, it always goes to, that blog no longer available.
Yeah.
At FredDurst.com.
Well, here's the weird thing. We've been associated with RonFez.net for like a lot of years. Never once have we posted on there. Neither one of us. And people are going, hey, do you ever post? I go, I have a radio show. Everything I want to say, I'll say there.
There's nothing left to tell in my diary.
And I don't want it permanent. Whatever I say, I don't want it written down.
Writing is forever.
Yeah, it is. It's so much more powerful than speaking. So much more.
866-RON-0-FEZ is the toll-free phone number, 866-766-0339.
Hey, Rich, you're on the air. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, guys, BAC 2526.
Whoa, that's old school.
Hoo-ah! The thing I'm calling about is the detail that you guys aren't disclosing is that new law that's going into effect. It's only illegal if you don't tell them who you are. So if you say who you are, it's perfectly legal.
All right, if I say this is Ron Bennington and I think you're an asshole, it's fine.
Correct.
But if I do act like, well, my name is Zipperhead and I think you're an asshole, suddenly now that's a problem.
Right, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
What if someone's using your name, like, I'm Ron Bennington and you're not Ron Bennington?
Hey, I don't know the details, but that's how it's worded.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
I've read.
'Cause that's easy enough.
I don't believe anything about anyone, most of all that anyone's a woman. That's the last thing that I would ever believe. But how many times have you been in one of those things like a newsroom or something, and you'll see people, they seem like they're even making threats against the government or, the president. I mean, it's almost universal that it's out there, that it's not taken serious. Particularly when someone starts yelling, I'll kill your whole family. Only Bobo was going to believe that online. Nobody else is going to fall for it.
Well, this is how far this suit's going. One of the guys that's getting sued wants to put up a $125,000 countersuit because the guy doing the original suing called him fat, bald, and broke.
Yeah, but that's
online.
True. Eric, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, yeah, I don't know why these guys are so uptight and suing everyone, because me and my friends, we do a whole lot worse shit than that to people on the internet. we got this thing going that we find these chat rooms and stuff, and for romance and stuff, where these people are looking for threesomes, and we got all these pictures of women and stuff that we're throwing on all the time, and what we're doing with them is we'll get them all excited, all horned up and shit, and then we turn on the webcam, and on my one friend, he's all hairy and shit, and naked and shit. People get so fucking pissed off. It's great.
Sounds great. Do you understand what he was saying at all, Fez?
No, I'm not there at all. Maybe it's the technology I'm not up to date with.
Earl, did you pick up on what he was talking about at all, even slightly?
No, not at all.
Yeah, me neither.
He kind of lost me. Yeah,
and shit. Me and my friends and shit. We do stuff and shit. Corey, you're on Run of Fez, buddy.
Yeah, hi. It's first-time caller. It's all based on the freedom of speech. They're trying to take that away from us. When's everybody going to say, hey, that's enough? I got the right to say whatever I want to anybody at any time.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true.
How is
You can't make threats against anybody.
Exactly, but as long as you don't put it in a threat form, you can say anything you want.
I don't, I mean, you can make, I don't know if you can make disparaging remarks about people. I'm not sure. I know you can against public figures. So you're allowed to say, well, Jessica Simpson's a dirty whore. But then you can't turn around and say, Anna Simpson, who no one knows, is a dirty whore because she hasn't set herself up for public consumption like that.
Isn't that also that whole idea you can't yell fire in a crowded theater?
But you can, and I've done this before, yelled theater in a crowded fire. I was in a really crowded fire. I yelled theater, and people were going, what? And then, later charges were brought against me, and they wouldn't stick. They would not stick.
Well, you wouldn't think that many people would want to stop and look at a movie inside a fire.
First of all, I haven't been in a crowded theater in a long time. I go to matinees. If I yelled fire, they would just turn around and look. What is this, the 1800s, when we don't know how to get out properly? By the way, I do want to find out where the fire stairs are in this building. I went looking yesterday and couldn't come up with it.
We'll do it after the show. Be right on.
Now it's a class trip.
They were trying to fix one of those elevators downstairs today. There was a guy trying to pry the door open on one of them. I don't know if anyone was in it, but it looks scary.
Josh, you're on Ron Fez.
What's up, Fez? I just want to let you know that butterfly sleeping pill you was talking about is called Lunesta, and let Ron know that if he wants to get some sleep, to get hold of some Seroquels because they will knock his ass out.
Thank you very much. I don't sleep anymore. Sleeping is something of the past. That's gone.
You gotta sleep.
I didn't.
You tried the warm milk thing?
Yes, because I'm a cat. That's going to fucking work for me. I'm an adult male.
No, I have bouts with
I'm an
insomnia,
adult
too.
male.
I can't imagine anything grosser than warm milk. I mean, you go out
warm piss.
Oh, that is grosser. Now I can't imagine it. You go out of your way to keep milk refrigerated, and then you start heating it up. It's insane. It's got to taste like it's coming right out of the cow at that point.
Gail, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Ron. Hi, Fez. It's old school, 10841.
Nice to hear from you.
I love hearing you guys again.
Thank you.
I got my XM for Christmas, and I'm thrilled.
Oh, God bless you.
Weighing in on this, I mean, chat rooms and everything are international nowadays. How are you going to be prosecuting and enforcing things like someone from Germany is like insulting?
You know what? That's a good point. Screw anybody in Luxembourg. I don't give a shit what hurts their feelings. We're an American. Yeah, that is a good point. These things are international now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's lawsuit isn't going to hold up in the States. I can't imagine they would try to serve papers to someone in Australia.
I say welcome to me and Fez's world and learn to take a hit. Sometimes people call you asshole. There's nothing you can do about it.
That's it. It's the
All right, see you later.
And this guy's the one subjecting himself to it. If this abuse that was actually physically debilitating to him was going on for so long, why does he keep? That's the choice to click on in that chat room.
Why doesn't he go in one of those chat rooms where everybody pretends they're a vampire?
Oh, they got a vampire running for governor, I think it is, in Minnesota now.
Well, what are you supposed to be doing during the daylight hours? We need someone to run things then, while you're laying in your coffin. I'm sorry, the governor is in his coffin till dusk.
So he's running on the vampire party ticket, and He admits to drinking blood from his donor, which is, I think, his girlfriend or his wife. And in his campaign speech, he said that he's a vampire who doesn't hate Jesus Christ. He just hates God the Father. So I don't know if that's going to go over in Minnesota.
I think it'll work. It'll get the Christian vote on his side.
Jesus, no God.
Here is Steven. Steven, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, with your insomnia there, try melatonin. It's a natural enzyme found in the body.
You know, I've done melatonin before, and I get too trippy dreams.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I just figured I'd try and help you out there. Have a good day, buddy.
Thanks, Steven. 866-RON-0-FEZ. That's 866-766-0339.
Yeah, I don't sleep anymore, Fez. Those days are over. That's a thing of the past.
Wasn't melatonin like the hot drug for a moment? No, not a addictive drug, but you could use it for insomnia and what was the other one? When you're afraid to fly, it'll help you relax on a flight.
I don't know whether it would relax you, but it is supposed to help you sleep. But I did it, and I had really, really vivid dreams. It was just, really just neon-colored dreams, just exploding all over the place. Just too much.
I had a bout of not quite death dreams again, but a few days there in a row where people were trying to kill me. Not where I was hearing I was going to die or hearing,
People that you know?
No, this one, I saw the people and didn't recognize anyone. It was always like strangers, like pulling a gun on me in like a store or in a restaurant, something like that.
So you're no longer worried that something's going to happen, right?
Well, those finally, I had like 2 or 3 in a row, and then they stopped. It wasn't like the death dreams where I was just getting them almost every single night.
Here is Dave. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, man. Everybody's killing this show. I mean, everybody calls in and they talk about, hey, first time, long time, or how's things going. We know how you're fucking going. It's not an AM radio station. You don't need to call in and say, hey, a first-time caller. Nobody gives a shit. You call in, you talk like you're, friends, You don't call in and talk like, well, I'm all nervous because I'm on the radio. If you can't fucking talk on the radio, don't call.
Not happy with some of the callers, huh?
No.
You could be sued for that if you're talking about other callers? Because it's really the same thing as the chat room deal.
Well, I'm really
because barely anyone's using a real name.
Yeah.
It's just, you're calling to talk to friends. That's the way I think of it.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. See you later. Yeah, I know. What are you going to do? Jeremy, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, that guy was wrong before, Ron. You don't need melatonin for your insomnia. You need melanin. It'll make you darker and more lazy.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to give him this, Earl.
White people are so scared of black people.
Thank you, Ronnie.
And no one works harder than Earl. No one.
I work hard for my buddies.
I haven't seen Harry around in a while. He said he's taking a sabbatical. I don't even know what that means.
How does he take a sabbatical?
I don't know. I guess he needs some Harry time. He said what he needs right away is some Harry time. It was a very stressful life, he says.
All the time is Harry time.
Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ronnie, Fezzy.
Hey, buddy.
New Jersey, come smell for yourself.
Oh, thank you.
That it, Kev?
That's it.
That's plenty. Asian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, it's Aslan. But let me just tell you, I knew a girl named Lanesta once. It's not really a sleep pill, but she was from Earl's neighborhood, if you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, thank you. Maybe I need to sleep with a black woman, Earl. Ask around.
With a black woman, you'll never get any sleep.
Yeah, that's true.
Just all hours.
Not this Peckerwood. Once and then not off time. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's happening. Just stop sleeping.
Hopefully you can catch up over the weekend.
What good's that to me? Then it doesn't matter one way or the other. I mean, for the show, I need sleep. I don't need sleep for the football games. I'm plenty rested, and I'm able to sit here with some cheese and crackers. By the way, did that wheel of cheese come in from TJ?
No wheel of cheese, no.
What did Dr. Steve send me? Have Bill run over and take a look. And anything for Fez? Because I love it when he doesn't get stuff.
I always enjoy gifts. Dr. Steve, nice guy. Gentleman doctor from Tennessee.
What do you mean gentleman doctor?
I think in the South, when you're a doctor, you're just known as a gentleman doctor.
See, I only know that from like gentleman farmer, which means you don't really farm. You just own the land.
Oh.
Hey, Bobby, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, boys, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, that drug, obviously, you know the name you were asking about earlier was Lunesta, but there's also Ambien. But to be honest with you, just go get a fifth of Jack, and that's a whole lot cheaper.
Not for me, it wouldn't be.
The Ambien doesn't have the cool butterfly in the commercial. That looks like it's just actually putting you out with butterfly dust. We'll be right back. It's the Ron and Fez Show.